welcome back to the channel. I promised a review of the Firstrade account. It's one of the affiliate programs that we roll out on the Independent Investor channel. I've taken a position in Firstrade. I've started my account with them, really getting familiar with the back end of the platform, some of the research functionality. I'm impressed. I really am. For a free service, it really is a cut above. It really does a good job delivering what it is that I feel is so important for new investors, and that's direct access to the stock market free of charge. You really just cannot argue with how good of a service that they provide for no cost. It's really quite amazing. I told you guys I would roll out the portfolio review. I'm going to do that for you guys just in the Firstrade. We've got close to $3,000 in the account, okay? I'm going to cover the stocks, and then I'm going to cover some of the features that I believe you guys are really going to want to understand about the features and functionality of Firstrade, what it can mean for you, and just kind of get my perspective on what I've been able to uncover over the last month or so of owning the platform. So before we get started, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We talk about financing, personal finance, investing, along those lines. So let's kind of get started. I really like these videos. It provides complete transparency. I'm going to be throwing up screenshots of the inside of the platform for you guys. So if you have trouble seeing it on the board here, you can just follow along with the screenshots I'm going to provide to you guys. I have no problem doing that. So the only ETF that I have in Firstrade is to start building a small position in VB, which you guys know is the small cap ETF. This is really just a starting position. $3,000. I was able to spread it as far as I could go when I was looking to put this money to work in the best way that I thought possible. I really combed over the entire stock market. All sectors are not represented in this portfolio. Nor do I believe that that's really possible with $3,000, because I wanted some good starting positions in each of these shares. And as you guys can see, the share base I'm going to declare to you on the screenshot. But the VB, we're sitting on about $308 in the portfolio, $181 right now in cash. And the first position we've got is Nokia. I wanted 5G exposure there, so I actually took a 50 share position in Nokia. At $316 in there. I've got a company named Orange. I think it's Orange, actually. It's a telecom company out of France. So took a small position in there, just $151 there to get some telecom exposure. Really good dividend yield. It yields about 5.36%. I think it's around $15 right now. For the price, $15.15 on the stock price for Oran. So gave me a really nice entry, made my money stretch out a little bit, right? And give me a nice pop of a dividend over 5%. Really good company. RF is Regions Financial, and I tried to put some regionals. You guys are going to find that I've got about 3 or 4 financials in here. None of them are majors. They are all regional banks. Which pay a really good dividend. I just felt like the regional sector was really undervalued right here. Some of these I got for price to earnings less than 10. Really good value on these. Really good price to entry on some of these. So Regions Financial paid a dividend of 3.5%, traded under the ticker symbol of RF. So we added a small position there of $160. ATI, Allegheny Tech, was the only material that I added to the portfolio. They're an interesting company. They do not pay a dividend. A little bit more of a growth name for sure, specializing in specialty metals. Your stainless steel, some of the specialty steels that I can't remember off the top of my head, but when I was doing my research, it was really attractive. Titanium was one of them. So really interesting. They're really the only one in the portfolio that does not pay a dividend. That was really the only one out of the material sector that I chose, but I really liked what I saw when I was doing my comb over to try to pick. So Allegheny Tech has $139 in that, just a starting position. Again, going from zero, going to something, building the portfolio up. Fortis is a utility company based out of Canada. It does service 9 states down in the Midwest. So really interesting there. Very great dividend, 3.86. So getting a great bang for my buck, a return. I've only got $175 in there, but again, from a builder's perspective, got some utility sector. It's the only utility that I've got in the group here. The next one is Halliburton. You guys know that. Traded under the ticker symbol HAL. Trades at about 16 times forward earnings, pays a dividend of 2.26%. I'm very familiar with Halliburton. I've invested in them in the bigger portfolio as well, but I thought it had a nice place in this portfolio as well with some of my other energy names that I put into the portfolio. So Halliburton, I took a $318 share position. Huntington Bank Shares Inc. This was another regional that I took. It pays a 4% dividend, traded under the ticker symbol HBAN. Just part of that undervalued group that I thought was really worth taking a stab at here. So Huntington Bank Shares. And then Sanofi, 4.21 in the healthcare sector. Was really interested in this name. French-based again, so a couple of French companies in here, so a couple of Canadian companies in here. So I kind of went outside the United States on building this portfolio. But Sanofi, traded under the ticker symbol SNY. I really liked some of the work that they were doing on some of the very, very advanced, tough to treat diseases that these guys are working on right now and providing solutions to that. Key Bank, traded under the ticker symbol KEY, another regional that I've really liked for a long time, pays a nice dividend of 3.88. So I'm getting a good dividend mix in this portfolio. If you guys kind of get some of the themes that I was going after, I really do want this passive, but being in Firstrade, I've got the opportunity to buy as little or as much as I want and add to these positions. That's the great thing about the freedom of this portfolio, is these are just starting positions. I can add to and take away whenever I want, however I want. That's the beauty of the unlimited free trades within Firstrade, okay? Key Bank is one of them. Kinder Morgan, KMI. I've owned it before, made a lot of money with KMI right here at $17, $18 a share. Good deal. Starting position, $188 with KMI. Pays a fat dividend, 4.26%. Manual Life Financial Corp as well to round out the financial exposure. Small position in Manual Life, $81 there, so just a starting position, but liked what I read on my research there. And finally, Marathon Oil again to kind of round out the Firstrade portfolio. So this is going from nothing to building something. So you guys are getting kind of a representation of what an entirely stock, basically dividend portfolio. I only disclosed to you guys the one growth name I've got. It's Allegheny, the only one I've got that's growth, and the rest of them pay a really nice dividend. So tried to get some exposure across the sectors, wanted to get familiar with the Firstrade. All these are set up for dividend reinvestment. I'm going to show you the screenshot that actually walks through that process. Very, very simple. Again, free of trade, free of charge in the account. So another one of those things that folks have hit me up about the functionality and asking me if they do offer that. Yes, they do. Some of the research functions, some of the financial planning applications that I've got into are really good. I'm going to be providing some screenshots of those as well. I had to be kind of careful about using Firstrade, and otherwise I would have just walked you through the video live, but I actually could not do that within Firstrade to protect my privacy. So I hope you guys understand that the screenshots are the best I can do. But when I put this listing of the stock symbols up there, you're going to see where I'm at, the cost basis, how many shares I've got in there, and really just to kind of roll out the Firstrade option and invest with you guys. So for you guys that have taken a stab at Firstrade, started your entry, started your stock buying, some of the positives I've found is how lightning fast they are on their stock buys. It's really, really good. I like the customizable front page. You can kind of arrange the front page how you want it. It's really everything I would expect for a full service broker. Really, I haven't found any deficiencies in Firstrade. I've been on the phone a couple times with their customer service just to test them out. They're good to go. So really a positive endorsement all the way around. Again, the channel is affiliated with Firstrade. The link is in the description below. If you guys are interested, click over to it, check it out. Again, free entry. Doesn't get much better than free stock trades, entry and exit, free of charge, of an unlimited nature, dividend reinvestment program, and a lot of research and analytics that's available free of charge if you just have the perseverance to go on there and start something for yourself. Very, very low cost to entry, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the Firstrade account. I wanted to roll this out for a while for you guys, but I also wanted to take some time to get into some of the functionality of it. And really, it does take time to get familiar with you know, funding the account, bringing money into Firstrade to go ahead and deploy, how to make your first trade with Firstrade, no pun intended. But you kind of learn that as time goes along, and that's kind of what I've been going through, learning this new platform so I can invest alongside with you guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave your comments at the bottom. I would ask for your subscription to the channel. If you enjoyed the message that's coming through, hit the subscribe button for me, the thumbs up to help us support the channel, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this review of the Firstrade video, and good luck in your investment future.